So it's nice and sunny and warm, but it's not Florida. but the season's here. Just talk a little bit about coming back to Springfield and your plans and going forward for the next couple of weeks, I guess.
Yeah, it's always an interesting time of year just to kind of come up from Florida and be kind of welcomed. But it seems like all the weather's been great here. It was great we were here last week, so I'm hoping for an easy transition there. But yeah, we're excited to head down to Amarillo, get the season going. It's been a good spring training, a lot of new faces around here, but we're excited, that's for sure.
One of the ones returning, and when you talk to minor league guys, it's like that. Is it a good thing, a bad thing? I mean, but where are you in where you think you want to be on the road to the bigs?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret in the minor leagues you want to keep your journey kind of moving, and so yeah, to come back to Springfield for another year is certainly. It's part of the process. No minor leaguer wants to stay in one place for too long, but it's probably one of the best affiliates we have in the organization, and I'm happy to be back. And we have a great crowd, great ballpark, and everything we need to kind of get ready to kind of make that jump for the next level. So.
And defending champs, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I was a member of that team, and just excited for all the festivities and to get rings and sneak peek at the new jersey has been pretty cool too. So.
A lot of time with the big league club this spring. What did you take away from that? How does that help you?
Yeah, it's always good to get to back up those games and just kind of be with the big league guys. There's more experience on that club that you can learn from, and there's a few guys that I've played with at this point that are on the club. So it's good to get back in the dugout with some of the guys that you missed, and good to learn from some of the veterans there. So spring training is always a great time to just kind of be a sponge and soak up as much as you can and try to do that as well as you can.
Is there anything you think you have to do to open the eyes and get that promotion to AAA and eventually the big leagues? Is there one part of the game above another?
Yeah, I mean, when I kind of self-evaluate my game, I think some of the glaring things are just the slug. I mean, trying to be a productive, everyday player. I mean, you got to slug, you got to hit doubles and drive runs in. And, it might not necessarily come in the home run column just for a guy of my stature. And but ultimately finding a way to be productive in the lineup. And something I pride myself is just trying to be as consistent as I can. And ultimately, when you talk about a lot of big league qualities, big league traits, I think consistency comes about more than anything that I can control. So that's kind of what I aim to do, and let the cards kind of fall where they may.
You talked about a lot of roster turnover. Obviously, that's always going to be the case in the minor leagues. And coming off a championship, is it, it's not like that year where everyone's back, like we're defending our title. Like you said, everyone wants to advance. How does that kind of change the vibe in the clubhouse? Is it, we want to defend this, or is this kind of more of an individual thing?
Yeah, I mean, the minor leagues as a whole is certainly more individualized than the big leagues are, and I think the mentality is different than it would be defending a World Series. But that being said, there still are some returning guys, and when the goal is, and everybody's pulling on the same side of the rope, I mean, and the goal is to win games, I think that makes everybody's numbers a little bit better. And when you're playing the game to win, I think that the baseball guides kind of reward things like that too. So. We're going to go out there, we're going to compete and play every game to win. And again, like I said earlier, you kind of let the cards fall where they may.
Yeah, and then at the big league level, obviously a lot of youth up there. We saw a huge weekend for JJ starting things off. Is that kind of fun for the guys down low to see guys you played with not only see that level and also kind of give you that, like, hey, we're not far away from doing that same exact thing, right?
Without a doubt. I mean, there's guys that started the year off here in Springfield that are on that big league team making an impact now, like guys like Church last year, guys like Weatherhold, and other guys like Vic Scott and Pedro Paz that I played with here. And so ultimately, it's really cool to see that kind of thing. We were all watching JJ's first at bat on the flight up here, and certainly following along. So we've sent him our well wishes and proud of him for sure. And you just want to be that next guy that can make an impact there.
Yeah, and it's like be ready, because right? You just never know.
No doubt. I mean, that's the exciting time. It's a great time to be a Cardinal minor leaguer. Great time to be trying to push the envelope, and ultimately, if the big league team needs it, you're going to try to be as ready as you can. So. Nothing really changed from this year to that last year in that aspect, but ultimately, we all understand the kind of changing time, changing guard that is, the Cardinals front office right now, and the players too. So, yeah, it's a great time to be a Cardinals minor leaguer, and we're excited about this season.
Hey, Noah, one question. Whether it's Victor Scott or JJ, a lot of guys talk about when they go to big league camp, you see a professional routine, right, or what they do. Anything you picked up on that you changed to yours?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tip the cap to JJ. I mean, just getting to see him last year, that guy was a professional the second he came out of college. So, just getting to see a whole team of guys that are kind of doing their thing just like that. I mean, they know what they're going to do and what their routine looks like before they get to the park, and that's huge. I mean, it certainly rubs off, and like we kind of talked about earlier, if anything, you kind of learn that is what it takes to get that level of consistency and to make that next jump. So, yeah.
Are you riding a Torpedo bat?
No, this one's not a torpedo. This is just one of our clubby bats this year. I'm kind of excited about. We had been Louisville Slugger for a while. This one's a Chandler.
That was such a big deal last year, and it feels like none of that fell off. But do you have any thoughts on that, or is that kind of carrying over at all?
I think baseball always kind of follows behind golf a little bit, and certainly having your tools fit for you, I think, is important. I tried the torpedo bat a little bit last year. I'm a guy that gets jammed a good bit, so it worked out well for me for a couple weeks. But yeah, I think it's lost that and the puck knobs too. I mean, all of it's a little novel at the end of the day. I mean, you just got to put the fat part of the bat on the ball, but whatever helps you do that.
Last one for me. Looked like some very serious discussions about walk-up songs in there right now. Do you have yours picked out? Is there anyone in there that maybe you heard it and you're like, you know what, maybe we should reconsider this?
I don't have mine picked out. That's always like a last-minute thing for me, and ultimately it just kind of comes down to what I think will sound good in the speakers. I think we have new speakers at the stadium this year, which I'm kind of excited about. But no, I haven't heard anybody's yet. So yeah, we'll see. We'll let it be a surprise on opening day for me at least.
Real quick too, I know there's a lot of guys who try to find the exits, and everyone's brand new here. Yeah. You having been here in Springfield for a little bit, what do you tell them about the new place that they're going to live here?
It's an awesome town. It's a great place to be. Like I said, it's one of our best affiliates. So to have that kind of college vibe, I think it's good for a lot of the younger guys. That are coming out of college, and I think it's kind of a familiar vibe, so to speak. But yeah, it's an awesome place to play. It's a great little downtown area. We have a great crowd, and that's kind of what I try to share with these guys.